Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to be going over a list of topics that I encourage you to look into. And like the title of the video says, if you look into these topics, your worldview will change. You'll see things differently. Um, if you're an open-minded person and you can handle taking in information that is not very mainstream, that you haven't come across before, that might sound a little kooky at first, but if you can handle that and not jump into any conclusions and do your own research, then you're gonna love these topics. You know, if you're easily triggered and you don't really pay attention to anything that's not mainstream, then I guess don't look into the topics. But like I said, these topics will really open your eyes and they'll start making you look at the world in a different way. So the first topic that I recommend you look into is the moon landings. This topic is just covered in red flags. If you believe we went to the moon, then I don't know what to tell you. Even the world's worst detective, like certain Eddie Bravo says, can see that there's obviously something wrong with the moon landings. There's a reason we haven't been back in over 50, 60 years. We never went to the moon. And it doesn't take much digging to come to this conclusion. There's just too many red flags, like I said. Lost telemetry data, engineers coming out and saying that we can't even get past the Van Allen belts. Engineers, again, saying that we don't have the technology to go back. Just a bunch of nonsense. Look into the moon landings and you'll see what I'm talking about. The shape of the Earth, this one triggers a lot of people. I don't know what the shape of the Earth is, but I can tell you that it's definitely not a globe. It's not a globe. We're not in a globe spinning thousands of miles per hour through space, hovering, millions of miles in the universe, going at, I don't know how many miles per hour. It's just a bunch of nonsense. And again, it doesn't take much digging to see this. Again, I don't know what the shape of the Earth is, but it's definitely not an oblate spheroid or whatever they call it. All the panoramic pictures of the Earth from space are digitally created. They're all done in Photoshop or whatever program they use. Again, just do a quick Google search yourself and see that all the pictures of the entirety of the Earth, they're just digitally created. Again, doesn't take much digging to come to this conclusion. The shape of the Earth, look into that shape of the Earth. There's a guy on YouTube, I think he's still here on YouTube, Eric Dubai. He has a bunch of stuff on that topic. Very good stuff. I recommend his work. And maybe you'll have a hard time finding it on YouTube, but you can go on an alternate video platform like BitChute or Rumble, and you'll find a ton of information on this topic. So Vibes of Cosmos, look up Vibes of Cosmos on YouTube. He has a bunch of interesting stuff on his channel talking about the plasma moon, what the moon actually is, how it's created, what the sun is, how it's created. Very interesting stuff, and I highly recommend his work. Look into the giants of the past. There's no doubt in my mind that in the past there was giants, not even 100, maybe even less than that ago. Again, the evidence is overwhelming. Weapons, doorways, architecture, clothing, all sorts of stuff, even bones, right? The evidence it's out there, and it doesn't take much digging, again, to see this. The reality shown to us in movies and television and all sorts of media in general. Look up an interview by a guy. I believe it's here on YouTube still. The title of the video, it's called X Factor Winner Reveals World's Secret Religion. And the guy just goes super into detail talking about how truth is shown to us in all sorts of media and why it's shown to us. He covers a wide variety of topics. Very interesting, eye-opening stuff. The network of the world we live in. just a bunch of stuff. It's a quite a lengthy video, but it's worth every second. Look up the history of World War II and why it started. Really dig deep, and you're gonna have a hard time finding anything substantial here on YouTube. So again, I recommend you go on a different video platform. There's a bunch of stuff on this topic on those platforms, so that one is a very eye-opening one. So probably I recommend you go watch that stuff. The resets of the past, I just find it really interesting how, again, in media and movies, television, and a bunch of shows, all these same themes, all these same topics are shown to us right in our face. And one of those topics is the resets of humanity. Humanity being wiped out and starting over from scratch again. Civilizations that were advanced being wiped out, and then humanity starting over again. Again, it's shown to us right in our face. And if you want to know the reason why, again, watch the interview I mentioned earlier in the video. The giant trees of old times. Look up the Tepuy Mountains in Venezuela. Look up the history of Lebanon. And you'll quickly realize that, giant trees existed. I mean, giant trees. Miles and miles tall. So these are just the topics that, I recommend you look into. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for listening. Thank you to my new subscribers again. Thank you for watching. So just look into these topics and you'll start seeing the world in a different way. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next one.